And just like that, it seems like cruising has changed overnight. Protocols have changed in the cruise industry, especially with Carnival Cruise Line in the last almost 24 hours. If you want details about masking and testing, you're in the right place. We have a ton of detail, and we're going to cover it all right here on Island Time. A big hello to all you Islanders. There is a lot of news today, and we have a ton of detail about everything. We're going to cover it all. I have to say first, a huge thank you to each and every one of you. Overnight, we reached 2,000 subscribers. We started at the beginning of the summer. We're less than 3 months old, and we have 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for being an Islander, being an active part of the community. Who would have ever thought we would be here in less than 3 months? We're sitting here selling merch. We've got 2,000 subscribers. We're cruising together. I can't believe it, and I thank you every single day for it. I hope you know that. Let's get to the news because there is a ton. I have a lot of notes today. I've been in contact with just about everybody I know who works for Carnival. You probably know by now if you're an Islander, we cruise extensively with Carnival. We have contacts. We've cruised with them for over a decade, and I'm not hesitant to pick up this phone and make a phone call, and that's what I've been doing yesterday evening and this morning. So let's get to the details. Here we go, the Carnival Vista. We were just on the Vista last week. We had an amazing cruise. I gave a full review and a live Tuesday night, and here's what we know. First off, there are a few. It was confirmed by the local Fox station there in Galveston that there were 3, but I haven't seen a second report of that. But we do know, Carnival has acknowledged, there are a few positive cases of COVID on board. It's not surprising to Carnival. It's not surprising to the CDC. We expected there to be positive cases on cruise ships. The Carnival Vista is not the first to have positive cases since the Great Cruise restart. There's been several cases. The big question now is the 15-month layoff that we had. The CDC and cruise lines and local ports came up with protocols to enact when this happens. Will those protocols work? That's the question. Carnival has already acknowledged, and we'll read their official statement here in a second. They've already acknowledged there's cases. They've already acknowledged the protocols are enacted right now. Let's see if they work. Contact tracing has been done with the passengers. Testing from those for contact tracing has been done. Those results should be back today. We know the passengers are isolated. We hope they feel okay. We hope that this is just a very light case and that they make it off the ship just fine. We do know that the ship is continuing to cruise. It has not turned around and come home. The Carnival Vista today is in Cozumel. Cruising is going on as normal. We'll talk about kind of the new normal here in a second, but the cruise is not canceled. There's several who have asked that question. No, the cruise is continuing. Here is the official statement from Carnival with this situation. We have implemented our new fleet-wide mask policy early on the Carnival Vista, given that we are managing a small number of positive cases on board. Our pre-established protocols of vaccinated guests and crew, testing, enhanced medical capabilities, and contact tracing anticipated the potential for positive cases, and they are designed to adapt to various scenarios. We have identified and tested close contacts, and anyone who tested positive is in isolation. The decision to implement the mask policy was made in abundance of caution, given our focus on the health and safety of our guests and crew. The voyage will continue as planned, and we are dedicated to continuing to provide our guests with fun and a safe vacation. We appreciate the support of our Carnival Vista guests who have been extremely supportive as we implement the policy Wednesday evening. So just as Carnival said, the new mask policy that is going to be in place this weekend on the 7th, Saturday the 7th, you will have to wear a mask indoors in certain scenarios. We will cover those here in a second. We're going to cover too, is it even worth cruising at this point? We're going to cover that. But Wednesday night, okay, last night, The captain came on board, the speaker. We have friends that are on the cruise, and they reported this to us. The captain came on and shared this news of wearing your mask in certain areas. We'll get to those. So the mask policy is enacted on the Carnival Vista as of right now. A couple of questions. There were reports that there was no smoking in the casino. That may have been for a short amount of time yesterday. Smoking is at the casino today, at least we've been told early this morning. And buffets are still self-serve for now. We will see if that stays in place or if Carnival enacts the same decision they did before the shutdown of the buffet being open, but crew serving the buffet. So we'll see what happens there. But the cruise is continuing as normal today, and we hope that it continues as normal. We have friends, including Eddie Enlow, a basketball official that I've called with over the years. He is headed to Galveston. Right now, we are unsure of impacts. I've talked to Eddie and said, hey, Saturday morning when the Vista comes in, is there going to be something special? Well, there's going to be a delay in boarding for the August 7th cruise. We don't know yet. We really don't. We're going to try to stay up to date with those that we know on board and those that we know work at Carnival. I'll go ahead and throw this out there at this time. If you are not an Islander yet and you have not subscribed, please do so. It would mean the world to us, and it would ensure that by subscribing and ringing the bell that you get all the latest updates on news. As soon as it comes out, we are right here sharing it with you, both the news and our analysis of over a decade of cruising, with Carnival especially. So let's move forward here. Testing. We've received a lot more information on testing, and we think that the testing and masking protocols are going to be in place through October the 31st. That's a long time. It really is. And it affects so many of our islanders who are cruising between now and October the 31st. But that is our understanding at the present moment. If you are fully vaccinated, you need to have a test. It is a change in protocol and policy. You can have an antigen test if you would like. You can have a rapid antigen test if you would like, or you can have a PCR test if you would like. That test has to be done 3 days before your cruise. It's not 3 days to the hour, just 3 days. So if you cruise on a Saturday, you can be tested starting Wednesday. You can be tested Thursday or Friday. I wouldn't chance it, but you could do Saturday. If you cruise on Sunday, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days before your cruise. Now, where do you need to get tested? We've had a lot of questions from our islanders. Where can I get tested? Check your local area. I know locally for us, you can go to Walgreens and CVS and get a rapid antigen test for free. You can be tested at Walgreens and CVS for free. Now, what you can't do is you cannot have a self-test. Abbott has a test that you can buy, take home, take it yourself. You cannot have that. Here are some fine details, very fine details of what your test has to have. Here we go. This is directly from Carnival. You have to have a negative test. It can be shown on your phone, electronically, or on paper. The test that you bring to the terminal on embarkation day can be on your phone or paper. Acceptable proof must come from a laboratory test record, a digital certificate, or a healthcare record. Okay, acceptable proof can be a laboratory test record, a digital certificate, or a healthcare record. Results must show. Be sure this information is on your results. Be sure now. Results must show your first and last name, and make sure your name is spelled the same as it is on your birth certificate or passport. If it's Chris on one, it can't be Christopher. Okay, they may be okay, but I have seen situations with my own eyes where they gave someone problems. Make sure names match, date of birth, type of test must be on the record, date and time the sample was taken. Test results have to be either negative or not detected. Negative or not detected are acceptable. And the laboratory or testing site name and or healthcare provider details. Those details have to be on your testing record. Make sure and include those. Like I said, self-tests are not accepted, and you do not have to be tested at the terminal if you are vaccinated. You do not have to be tested at the terminal if you're vaccinated. If you are unvaccinated, you will be tested at the terminal. You will be charged $150 to your sign and sell account at the terminal. Some people want terminal testing for vaccinated passengers, but right now, as we understand and Carnival shared with us this morning, there's no way they can test 2,000 or 2,500 passengers on the day of embarkation and still get on board and leave in a timely manner. So there is not on-site testing for vaccinated passengers currently at terminals. Masking, here we go. Here's the details we know. I know this is a lot, but I want to give it to you straightforward and factual. Masking, starting Saturday, August the 7th, all guests will be required to wear face masks indoors. This includes elevators, the fun shops, casino, restaurant halls, which is the lobby there as you enter the restaurant, you congregate, and anywhere that you wait in line, such as the comedy show, outside of a liquid lounge, outside the nightclub before it opens, you will be required to wear a mask. Will there be mask police there? I guess there will be. I would not like to have that job, but you will have to wear a mask at those locations. Places that you do not have to wear a mask. There's been a lot of questions about this. I've included it on here. Again, this is directly from Carnival. Places you do not have to wear a mask anytime you are outside. If you're on the Lido deck or the Lanai or the Havana area on ships that have Havana, you do not have to wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask in the pool. You don't have to wear a mask sitting out. When you're laying out, you're playing a game outside with your family at a table, you don't have to wear a mask. If you're in the gym or the spa, both the treatment rooms, and if you have the spa package that comes with spa rooms or you can purchase additionally, you do not have to wear a mask in those areas. Inside, you do not have to wear a mask when you're eating in a dining room. When you're sitting there waiting to order or waiting on food, you do not have to wear a mask. When you're bellied up to a bar, you don't have to wear a mask when you're bellied up to the bar. When you're enjoying your favorite drink, you may be sitting in Ocean Plaza, you don't have to wear a mask in bars and lounges. Okay, so there are certain places you have to wear a mask, but you still have some freedom on board. You really do. And some of that is lost in what's going on in all the conversation in social media. So with all this said, there's all sorts of details I just laid out for you. The question is it even worth cruising? And that's subjective. It is. I'm going to give you my 2 cents, and it's barely probably worth 2. I'll give you my 2 cents, but a lot of people have said, should I even cruise? We're on multiple cruises this fall, and everyone has said, should I cruise? Here's my response to it, and you, of course, are entitled to have your own. Leave your comment on what you think in this video or on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think. Is it worth cruising? Here we go. If you are relatively healthy and you're vaccinated, which you have to be, and you're semi-flexible, and I'm not talking about yoga flexible, but flexible in the fact that things can change at any time. We just saw it yesterday. Things can change again. If you have a cruise booked in September, October, it may not even look like this. There may be more things that are implemented as far as protocols. But if you're flexible and relatively healthy, in good shape, you're vaccinated, yes, it is worth cruising. I just got off a ship last week, less than a week ago. It's worth cruising. You still have high risk or higher risk to contract COVID in airports. We flew to Houston. Airports are full. Lounges are full. Every flight we were on was full. We sat in one airplane for an hour and a half. We sat there while maintenance was done. We could have sat in the airport. We sat on the plane. So you still have a risk in contracting COVID without the cruise by flying or staying in hotels. I do want to remind you, it's worth cruising because there's no mask outside. I can confidently say, and I said it the other night in our live video, we stayed outside more this past cruise, July 24th on the Vista, than we ever have. And part of it was probably because of this. But there's no mask outside. Find things to do outside. Enjoy the sun. There are shady areas. Amanda has to have the shade. There are shady areas. There's no mask if you're eating or drinking inside. Maybe you buy the Cheers package when you usually don't buy the Cheers package, but you save money because you don't want to wear your mask in the casino, or maybe you skip your spa treatment and you buy the drink package, and then you enjoy that outside and you enjoy that in the bars inside where you don't have to wear a mask. Do you splurge and get a balcony when normally you would not get a balcony, or you splurge and get Havana or the drink package just so you can have those experiences outside and inside where masks are not required? And I want to remind you that on a 7-day cruise, 3 of those 7 days are port days. You can get off the ship in beautiful islands, beautiful beaches. You still have excursions for 3 of the 7 days. You don't have to worry about ship protocols. There are local protocols, but you don't have to worry about ship protocols. It is still worth cruising, but like anything else, be responsible. That's my 2 cents about it. If I could get on a cruise ship today, I would. I know the risk. I know what I should be doing. I would get on today. I hope that this information has helped you. I know it's a lot. I know there's a lot out there, but I'm telling you, what we have here is factual, and I hope that it has helped you. If I can help you in absolutely any way, you know what to do. Leave the comment. You know that. Comment on the video. Write us on Facebook. Find us. We will help every way we can. We are a community. We really are, and we're islanders. It was nice to spend some time on the island today with you. We hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon right here on Island Time.